Welcome back to Good Time and Tools. This is actually after the service video. We're going straight and diving into changing exhaust on the r12x. So I'm learning. It's the first time I've ever done it. It's the first time he's ever done it. We don't really know what we're doing, but we're going to learn as we go. And then hopefully we can show you how to do it to where it makes your life a lot easier. So let's go ahead and show you what we got. We have the stainless tubing, and by the way, looks of it, this flange has the water ports. But if you dive right in, I see about 3 inches. It stops, so I'm guessing the water flange comes through and just cools off the exhaust until it reaches the outside of the jet ski. So we have this, and it's actually pretty nice though, actually looking at it. So the guy who built these, he TIG welds this. Pretty nice little welds, I gotta give him that. And in the center of the jet ski, you can see a big black tube. When you take off your back hatch to see your battery, you're gonna see a big black tube. That actually goes to where this is gonna connect. So your exhaust is gonna come and it's gonna angle straight to it, and this connects the two. Where the exhaust comes out, it bypasses the water box and everything, and goes straight up to the back of the jet ski. So that's what this is for. It just helps you connect. Yank the crank. Get. Oh shit! Did it get you? We was having trouble with one Allen head on that side, so we decided not to. I undid the bolts right here, peeled it back, and I was able to get to that bolt right here to get this piece off. So once this is off, then you can actually get to the exhaust. And there's this side, we're actually missing it, but there's a bolt that goes right here. You can see from this side. Undo this line, take this off, and the water box is actually just held by those band clamps. So this right here should be a 12mm. If I am not mistaken, yes, 12mm. So we're gonna go ahead and start pulling this apart. Alright, so after you pull this off, there is some gaskets that go right here, some metal gaskets. You're gonna have to keep one of them, whatever one's I guess in better shape. Get some copper coating to coat it to install back on with the new exhaust. There is a clamp. You're gonna see once I take the exhaust off, but right underneath, see this is just free there. It's hard to see because it's underneath, it's on top of the water box. But where I'm pointing at, there's a bank, a clamper there. Undo it, it's an Allen head, and then this is gonna pull out. Now it will fight you a little bit because it's pretty deep in there. It actually goes inside the water box. So pull this all the way out, and then it shouldn't be much. The water box is just those 2 band clamps right here. So now we got that off. Yeah, this is the clamp I was talking about. You're gonna pull that one off and this black tube off. There should be a band clamp, right? You can't see it, but it's underneath. Yeah, you can see it a little bit right there. Pull that off and this tube should come off too. And then after that is these two clamps right here, and the whole water box should come out. Okay, so this is the tube that I need to take out. This clamp was a pain in the ass. I had to get a ratchet with a 7mm. I can't, you know what I mean, a 7 socket. So got that out the way, got it pulled off. These clamps are the one you're gonna take off. 1, 2, get that out of my way. There you go, don't need this no more. Put that aside, and then it should come out. And there you go, that's the water box. All right, so this is the exhaust. By the way it looks, it just goes into this flange right here, and then the elbow connects it to the rear. I'm not sure where this goes, but we can look at the instructions after we put this together. So this is the old gasket. I'm gonna actually spray it down with copper sprayer gasket, high temp sealant. So it does matter which way it goes. I just not found that out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 bolts through. All right, now I'm gonna do it right. Now I'm gonna slide this on there.
What, you gotta get at the right angle?
Yeah. All right. Now I think I'm good. Okay, I'll run down so far. Copper seal the gasket, or the instructions say the RTV silicone it. With the high temp one, we just went with the copper sealant. These bolts are going to be torqued down to 20 foot-pounds, but before you put the pipe on, put this couple on and spray the inside of it and the exhaust with DW40 or WD-40. I say it wrong, because it's going to be hell. Now, while I was doing the bolts, it did kind of dry up a little bit. I took a screwdriver, I wedged in it like this, and I sprayed lubricant in there, and I kept on working it until I was able to break it free again, and then I maneuvered it a little bit more down. I wanted to feel it. So you got this port in the back that it actually is going to connect to, and exhaust. I'm trying to keep it to where it's about even on each one before I put these clamps on. Once these clamps are on, I'm gonna tighten that down. You don't have to go super tight with it, but you can do a good snug. Basically, after you do those two, I'm gonna look to see where this water line is, but other than that, that looks fairly it for the exhaust installation. Okay, so a little rundown. Once you remove everything, you get the exhaust, spray the boot with DW40, put that on here, give you some room to work with it, because it's going to be hard to really slide that. I mean, it's precise the size it is, so whenever you put it on there, it's on there. So slide that on there. Take this flange gasket, you either want to coat it with, wherever it's at, you want to coat it with this, or the instructions say Permatex, but we want to use this. So after you put all together, you tighten up these bolts. Once you tighten them up, you torque them down to 20 foot-pounds. After you tighten up your band clamps, get the band clamps all said and done, I wanted, whenever I put the boot on, I wanted to make sure they're about even. I wanted to make sure it's even on the discharge and even on the exhaust. You know, kind of, I don't want it to be too much on one side, not the other. This is basically like a tattletale water line. that actually went into the exhaust. See right here, it tees off. It actually is supposed to you're supposed to block it off. You can either block it off or just put a straight fitting. I think that's what we're gonna do, put a straight fitting, but you're just bypassing this hose. You don't need it no more. So other than that, that's how it is to put on the exhaust, and we're about to start it up, let you know what it sounds like. Ready? Woo!
That is awesome.
Hit the start button, I want to hear it. Ah, it's pinching me. Ah, it's pinching me. Ooh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty. Well, guys, y'all heard the straight pipe. That thing sounds nasty. So I'm doing it to mine as well. I'm debating on doing both of them now, just so I can hear the noise. But yeah, that's how you do the exhaust. If you have any questions, let me know. Put it down in the comments, or hit me up on Instagram. It'll be in the link down low. So thank you for watching Good Times. I hope this was helpful.
Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Yo, well, it's my law, I'ma let you be the boss, 'cause I'll go where you go. I'll take you to a place we can see it all. Step off the edge, I can break your fall. Yo, well, it's my law, I'ma let you be the boss, 'cause I'll go